Let the party begin.
Let it begin.
Your healthy radio addiction starts now.
What's up, everyone? Hopefully you guys enjoyed that live stream yesterday.
Motorcycle Madhouse on Spotify and iTunes Radio.
Hey, and welcome, everyone. How you guys doing, man? You guys all hunkered down. We got a couple of stories, actually, that I think you're going to find a little amusing. One thing I do want to tell you, if you run out of toilet paper, do not call 911. Yes, common sense to most, but not many. Also, in today's news, we're going to highlight how some bikers are coming together to deliver some masks to doctors and all that good stuff. Also, we go over the pond and talk about some HA stuff going on over there, as well as some wind therapy from Biker Dad. Yes, we love Biker Dad. Anyway, if you didn't catch yesterday's live show, Season 3, Episode 18, you can go over on Spotify or iTunes and check it out, or right here on YouTube. Don't forget, every Thursday, we have the live streams, man. We're bringing on some guests, and we're getting the show kicked back into gear to keep you guys occupied during this shelter-in-place stuff. Go binge watch, man. You don't need Netflix. Just go into our library of freaking videos, all kinds of topics, and go binge watch. But first...
In your face, all over the place.
We're online 24/7. 24/7.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Motorcycle Madhouse on Spotify and iTunes Radio.
Haven't heard what's going on in this country right now or all over the world. You're in some cave somewhere, but there is a lot of good that is coming out of this. You're seeing a lot of people, not only bikers but citizens of every country, coming together, working together to try to beat this virus and stuff. That is just great freaking news. This article out of The City at New York City by Rachel Holiday Smith: to fight mass shortage, motorcycle fleet rolls donations to doctors. Rock and roll. Ryan Snelson from the New York chapter of Mask for Docs makes a run to delivery supplies in Manhattan with another volunteer. You know, that's what I mean, man. It's bringing the best out of everybody, and, you know, bikers as well, man. Bikers are the most giving there are, and, you know, you just can't say enough for all the first responders, all the docs, all the nurses that are, you know, fighting against this stuff. I know a lot of people, yeah, I see it all over the internet, and right now it's like, really? You're that dumb? This stuff is not the flu. I actually seen a doctor who fought against Ebola, and he came back and said, man, this is scarier than that, because this stuff, you know, you can catch it so quick. It transfers so quick. So it's real important to keep your distance from people and stay safe, man. Stay hunkered down. I bet a lot of people out there right now are going, man, them preppers were right. Yeah, they were right, man. Should have listened to them. Should have listened to them. Anyway, just days ago, Ryan Snelson was doing what many New Yorkers are these days, sitting at home and scrolling through social media, reading the latest coronavirus news. Then he saw a Twitter message and got him and dozens of others moving literally. A group called Mask for Docs said it needed volunteers to take much needed supplies to the New York City hospitals. And right now, New York City and New York in general is a hot spot, man. It's really bad right now. They actually got the refrigerator trucks parked out of Elmhurst Hotel just to keep, you know, the people that passed away bodies out there, man. It's really bad. It's like a war zone. They got, I think it's USS Mercy or the other one heading over to New York City Bay starting tomorrow. So they're going to get much needed help there. They got 4 hospitals going up. So it's really bad over there, really bad. So again, this ain't the flu, guys. Quote, I reached out and said, we have motorcycles, he told the city. Snelson, a user experience designer by trade, is also a longtime motorcycle enthusiast whose magazine, Motivelli, covers the New York biker community. Rock on, man, rock on. Now he's mobilizing his network to connect the people that have stuff with the people that need stuff, he said. He's doing it through Mask for Docs, a group recently formed in California by designer Rachel Smith and tech company founder Chad Loader, which gathers up personal protective equipment, or PPE, for healthcare workers. They are one in the army of grassroots groups doing the same all over the United States. Again, United States, and I guarantee it's probably happening around the world, man, because this is something that we haven't seen in modern time. A lot of people compare it to the Spanish flu, which there was a lot of deaths back then. The thing about it now is how it spreads, man. You're talking, everybody goes to every country, man. That's why as soon as it hit in China, it went all over the world, because there's plane travel. It's not like it used to be in those days where you just traveled by ship. Anyway, Snelson is now leading the fledgling New York chapter of Mask for Docs. Its first mission, as he called it, was to pick up a cache of hazmat suits, N95 masks, goggles, and hand sanitizer from a donor contracted through Louder. They then disseminate them to doctors around the city. Rock on, man. You got to give them a hand out. Motorcycle enthusiasts out there doing what they can to help in this crisis. New York City is a ghost town. Chicago's a ghost town. And I guess Chicago or LA is projected to be the next hot spot. So, no joke, man. No joke. I'm going to keep on saying that because you get a lot of dummies out there. Oh, it's the flu. It's the flu. Or it's the... No, man, that ain't it, man. Anyway, now here's what I was talking about. Coronavirus emergency. No, it is not. Oregon police asked people to stop calling 911 because they ran out of toilet paper. This just tells you the days that we're living in, man. A lot of people do not have common sense. And it's actually, I always say that it's the school's fault because they do not teach these kids how to actually live life. You know, they make them dependent on so many damn things, it's unreal. As you can see, if you're over on Spotify or iTunes, come on over to the YouTube channel. You'll see this map, and it's a big outbreak. Now, one thing that is interesting is Africa. Africa always fights Ebola and malaria and all that kind of stuff. So they have access to this anti-malaria drug that, the media is trying to blame on Trump for that person actually drinking from a fish tank cleaner or whatever it was. You actually got 2 dumb governors who say, no, you're not allowed to, or we'll pull your license. Yeah, you're just killing your people. Anyway, if you see Africa compared to the rest of the world, there's not really that many hot spots in Africa. It's because they have access to that drug that they were testing, I guess, in New York City. Anyway, a police department in Oregon is urging people that if they run out of toilet paper, it's not worth calling 911, people. The Newport Police Department, okay, let's, put that in our brains. Newport, Oregon, okay? They're not too smart out there. Posted the surprising message on its Facebook page as shoppers across the country have flocked to supermarkets to stock up on supplies amid the pandemic that has much of the world on edge. Quote, it's hard to believe that we even have to post this. Do not call 911 just because you ran out of toilet paper, you big dummies. I added that, not him. You will survive without our assistance. You imagine what they would have had done before the invention of toilet paper, man? Some of these people would have been going nuts, man. Going nuts. It goes on to say there are always alternatives to toilet paper, like grocery receipts, newspapers, cloth rags, lace, cotton balls, and that empty toilet paper roll sitting on the holder right now. Or you can go back old school and use some leaves, man. But, the point of this is it's not an emergency if you run out of toilet paper. And people, you do not have to be in the damn mall or in the store fighting each other over toilet paper. My God. Anyway, let's go to this story overseas real quick, and then we'll get into Biker Dad's thing. And we got a special treat for you at the end of this presentation. You got to come over from Spotify and all that to watch it, but you'll be able to hear it in the broadcast. Yes, strippers out of work right now are delivering meals. Gotta bless them. Bless their heart. Anyway, a motorcycle ad on Kijiji, it's something from Australia. It's probably like Let's Go or something here in the States. Opened a door into the Hells Angels for the undercover police. This by Steve Bruce, the Chronicle Herald. Let's see what it has to say. A Dartmouth sentencing decision sheds light on how undercover police officers managed to infiltrate drug trafficking activities involving the Hells Angels outlaw motorcycle gang in 2017. Guess what they named it? Operation Harley began in February of that year as an investigation into trafficking by Paul Francis Mahona, an Eastern Shore man who was a member of the Nomads NB Hangaround chapter and former member of a Hells Angels Hangaround chapter in London, Ontario. Oh, my fault, man. This ain't over the seas. This is up north in the border. I should have, knew that by the .ca after it, dummy. That's my fault. It ain't from overseas. It's up to the north to the border. Mohan posted an online ad selling a Harley-Davidson motorcycle on behalf of a full-patch member of the Hells Angels in London. An undercover officer contacted Mohan by email and made plans to view the bike at the Nomads Clubhouse in Muscatbite Harbor. Man, my French stinks. On February 24th, the undercover officer attended the clubhouse and agreed to purchase the motorcycle. During the meeting, he overheard a staged phone call received by the police officer arranging a sale of marijuana. He attempted to interrupt the call and, after the officer hung up, told him that he could sell him marijuana. Mohanan sold the officer 2 ounces of pot for $360 that day and increasing amounts of weed over the next 6 months. The undercover officers attended the Hells Angels Hangaround chapter's clubhouse in London and met with them, who informed him that cocaine was available for a member of the Hells Angels chapter in Oshawa, Ontario, for between 48,000 and 50 keys or a gram. My God. So anyway, the moral of the story here is don't place an ad for a motorcycle and just start dealing with people you don't know. Gonna get some infiltrators in there. Anyway, Biker Dad out of News WKRG. Why I'm riding my motorcycle more than ever during the coronavirus crisis. Hopefully everybody is. It's been pretty decent up here in Illinois of late, so it's been some good riding weather. But he's out of Mobile, Alabama. It's something those who don't ride motorcycles may never understand, but the draw, the road, the wind, and the pleasant growl of a big V-twin engine is intoxicating cocktail to those of us who do. And as it turns out, ride during the coronavirus crisis may also be a lot safer. First, many of us ride with our faces covered, our hands covered in gloves. Social distancing isn't a problem. I'm definitely not getting any closer than 6 feet to someone else on my bike. Those with passengers may be different, but if you're close enough to someone to have them hang on to you on the back of the bike, you're likely spending a lot of time closer together anyway. You know, again, I just wanted to read a couple points out of this one, but who's out there actually riding right now, man? You know, this is a perfect time. The streets are freaking empty, the whole 9 yards. I'm telling you, man, it's a. So, what do you guys? Some of the stuff that you guys are doing right now to keep yourselves occupied? You know, I'm really feeling bad for a lot of people that are gonna be out of work, man. It's just a sad state of affairs. They just passed that $2 trillion aid bill, so you know some of the people out there is going to be getting some checks. But it's only for 1 month. I do know those on unemployment are going to get 100% of what they used to make. So hopefully it gives a shot in the arm. I think once we get a handle on this virus, everybody's going to go back to work. The economy will pick back up. The airlines, I don't know, not so much, because right now there's a lot of talk in the next 72 hours or so that they might stop domestic flights, ground the planes, just like on 9/11. You know what? That was the most eeriest thing that I ever lived through was 9/11. You know, in Chicago, we got O'Hare Airport, Midway, all that stuff, and there was no planes in the air, no noise, no nothing. So it was pretty eerie after that happened. So it looks like it's going to be going down that route again. But, you know, are you guys out there working on the bikes? Are you guys out there, you know, changing some pipes? You're riding, hopefully. I've been doing the riding. I've been doing, you know, catching up on some of the stuff we got for Insane Throttle, because we got some plans going on with Insane that will be rolling out over the next couple months. A lot different than what you've been seeing here on Insane Throttle. Yes, we're always going to have our biker news and stuff and our Motorcycle Madhouse program, but I'm setting up a lot of stuff where we'll be doing in the field videos, productions, the whole 9 yards. Now, I have been saying that there are some events coming up in late May. I don't know. I'm actually going to get in touch with them and see if that event's still going on. Because right now, Wisconsin's under until April 24th for their order. So I want to make sure, in case it don't go right, that if it's going to get shut down, it gets shut down. But I'll check on that and let you guys know. Also, I'm hoping for the ABATE July 4th Freedom Bash and all that to go on, man. I can't wait if that's going to happen. So I'm torn right now because I got a lot of equipment I want to take to do a production video on. So I'm trying to figure out how to get it all on the freaking motorcycle plus China Doll. If not, I'll probably put it up in the camper and have an on-site, on-live type of deal with that. But right now, you guys hunker down, stay safe. Don't forget, man, binge watch a little bit, man. If you want to help us out at the show, it's paypal.me/Insane Throttle, man. We really appreciate it. But watch this video coming up. I think you're going to really freaking like it. I really do.